You've got the Midas touch but only for one specific object. What do you pick that keeps you rich but doesn't overly inconvenience your life? Junk mail. Instead of being annoyed by it, I'll be able to profit from all the flyers and you've been approved mail I get all the time. Plus I get some like weekly bundle of ads tossed into my front door like at least once a week, so I'm guaranteed some steady income. Plus you wouldn't even have to sort your mail. Just grab it all and whatever doesn't turn gold is something you need. Lotto tickets. Rocks. Better set a size limit or touching bedrock could turn an entire continental plate into gold, causing it to sink, and probably destroying the Earth due to the number of volcanoes. I was about to ask when does anyone touch bedrock, but then remembered I used to take the train from college to home and switched at Penn Station, going through all the tunnels cut out of high NYC bedrock. Crushed cans, that way I can drink them and then crush them to turn them into gold. Butt plugs. Easily available, hard to get in contact with by accident, and if it happens, it probably won't be a problem. Damn it, honey. We need a new butt plug. Golden apple, 3 extra fucking hearts for me. Dude, it's 2 more hearts and regeneration too, and if the tree is enchanted you get fire resistance. Chocolate coins. They're cheap, they're thicker than real coins and you wouldn't arouse suspicions. Rubber duckies. Because it would be amusing. Wait. You're not /you/fucks with ducks. Candy wrappers. They're going in the garbage anyway, but now just a flat sheet of gold. And they don't affect the candy. Plus I can usually find a bunch on the ground on the street. Just picking one up out of the display boxes/bins at the store would probably turn a couple more to gold inadvertently. People would love following up behind you in the candy aisle. Bowling balls. You know what I could do with never bowling again? Silverware. Easy to get, but there's nothing wrong with a gold fork. Also nice for dinner parties. Playing cards. They just look sick too. That'd be pretty cool, and in theory, you could just sleeve the ones that you don't want to be gold. Though you might have to have somebody sleeve them for you, or wear gloves or something. They'd also be worth a lot of money because they're collectibles. Imagine getting a limited time deck for some promotional event and making them sheet gold instead of paper and plastic. Humans. No human would let me touch them or ever feel compelled to touch me, so it works out alright. I mean, if you loophole it so you don't kill yourself, you can also make perfect crime with this. Touch the person you want gone, melt the gold so it's knit in the shape of them, and boom. If there is no video evidence or witness, you can get rid of someone and earn a lot. Mosquitoes. But you'd have to touch a ton of mosquitoes. And they wouldn't be worth a whole lot unless you had a ton of them. It's not about the money, it's about being impervious to mosquitoes. Best thing would be replica coins. In addition to making mad cash, you could troll people by buying their fake replicas, then turning around and selling it for way more than you bought you for right in front of them. Empty soda cans. Twist, the can is never empty. There's always something in there. Okay then. Soda cans then. Still means they'll get fully recycled if I touch them. Individual grains of rice. It's not something that I don't really touch that often, and even if I had to start touching them more, I could just put on gloves or use a utensil to move them around. They're also easy to transport and buy cheaply in large quantities. Okay, as someone who eats rice on a regular basis, pretty much every day, I got confused for a second before remembering that not everybody is Asian. I'm not Asian and I still eat a hell of a lot of rice. Rice tastes amazing and is cheap, which is great when you're poor lol. Asbestos, I charge 80% of the usual decontamination fees and double dip. Doctor, I found the reason for your shortness of breath. I am not sure how, but your lungs are full of ultra-sharp barbed microfibers of gold. You're going to die, but on the bright side, the biopsy paid for itself. Base metal in jewelry. Base metal is iron, tin, whatever non-precious metals are used in your plated/cheap/whatever jewelry. This avoids the problem of figuring out how to justify how I have a bunch of gold whatever. Inherited it from Gran, obviously. Or an ex, or whatever. Can just go buy some cheaper ring settings and turn them into gold whenever I need some cash. Easy peasy. Probably learn goldsmithing too because hey, if you've got one magical skill kinda wasteful not to use it. But then again maybe not. Laziness is strong. Non-biodegradable plastic. Edit, get rich and save the planet at the same time. Very admirable but unbearable to live with. Gonna need a solid gold car and will be put on the no-fly list very quickly. I would say aluminium bars, or bars of any cheap metal. Just set up a high-speed conveyor belt and run your hand across the top of the bars as they pass under your hand. You wouldn't even need to work much. Just do this for an hour each week and you'll have more money than what you would know what to do with. Edit, so at 500 kilograms per minute, which I think is a reasonable speed, this would get you $250,000 per minute, which is 15 million per hour. Say you worked one 8-hour shift per week, this gives you a salary of 6.24 billion. This is 312 billion over the course of a typical working life. Let's say you decide to go big. With a 40-hour work week, you'll instead make 31.2 billion per year and 1.56 trillion over the course of your life. Inflation, my turds. Yay, I gotta touch my own shit, but it's whatever, dude, I'm rich. If that's not an incentive to have healthy bowel movements for life, I don't know what is. Rubik's Cubes. I'll never be able to solve one on my own, have no interest in learning, and they're all over the place. A cube of gold that size would be worth quite a bit, no? Watermelon. They only come around once a year and they're really popular in my country. My parents even have a small watermelon plantation on our farm, so I'll know how to grow my own and never run out. A watermelon its size and weight in gold is a lot of money. I can make a few dozens of watermelon a season and my family and I will probably never be broke ever again. Pedophiles. I would just go from town to town shaking people's hands, occasionally turning folk into golden statues. How is this not at the top? You're like a superhero at this point. Can I wear gloves to negate the Midas effect? Either way it would be Lego. Doesn't affect the experience too much. Yeah, it gets heavier and you lose all color to gold, but who cares, I'll be that eccentric rich guy with a golden Death Star. Would a Lego Death Star made of solid gold be able to support its own weight? Coins. I rarely use change, but would make daily trips to pawn shops to sell gold penis. Edit, meant pennies. Greater than to sell gold penis. That took a turn I wasn't expecting. Gold penis. Cigarettes. I'd still have to buy them, but I wouldn't be able to smoke them and they'd be worth hell of a lot more. This is the correct answer. Or alcohol bottles. Or vapes. There's a lot of vices you could choose. CVS receipts. My wife picks up my refills for my meds once a month. Her work is more convenient to CVS, so once she gets home I just grab the receipt and boom. In like 3 trips I have like a mile of gold leaf and am a millionaire. Greater than in like 3 trips I have like a tilde mile tilde cross-continental gold pathway of gold leaf and am a tilde millionaire tilde billionaire. Fee. Dog poop. No one wants to deal with it, but if you accidentally touch it, it becomes a pleasant surprise rather than a face-scrunching experience. But then you're that guy waiting for dogs to poop when you need more money, you know? It's solid gold. I don't think anyone cares when every time my dog poops I get $13,000.